me a second here and let me find, because it is a bit unique in what we do.
Is it related to diplomatic security as well, or?
That's one of the use cases,
I see.
yes. So let me just show you. Let me try and find. Let me just take you through. Okay, let me share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so what data miner does, hang on, it's saying it can't share my screen. Hang on, give me a second.
All right,
It's
no
okay.
problem.
No problem.
Take your time.
Give me just a minute here.
Right, we can see it.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. So what Data Miner does is we look at the public ecosystem of data. So it has to be publicly available. That's like one caveat.
Okay.
And we ingest from over 1 million different data points. There's about 1.3 million unique data sources. So I'll give you an example. Telegram, you're probably familiar with Telegram.
Yep.
That is one single source for us. Twitter or X is one single source for us. So we're ingesting all of those different types of data from, I kind of talked about social media there. We also have deep and dark web sensor data. So this is IoT sensors.
So dark web as well, right? Am I right?
Dark web as well. And then IoT sensors, which is both for physical as well as digital sensor networks. So this could be things like, maritime alerting or maritime information. So ships moving around, which is one of the applications that's used by a lot of our kind of government customers as well, looking at ship activity.
Okay.
There's also things like earthquake sensor data.
Understand.
Flight aware data. So when we think about diplomatic security, that could be the way that our different foreign affairs customers, so you're thinking about Ministry of Foreign Affairs with, very distributed, diplomatic assets all over the world. Yeah. So they're looking for anything that could impact those either at a country level or at a what do we call a hyper-local level. So all of that data coming in from things like sensor data, social media, government advisories, all of that kind of information is coming in. So there's 43 terabytes of data a day that we're bringing in. So
per
it's
day.
per day. So a lot of that is very unstructured as well. And like I said, all different types. So it's going to be text, it's going to be image, it's going to be video, it's going to be audio. And also it's also from multiple different languages as well, right? So we process that from over 150, I think it's up to 180 different languages and dialects.
150 plus, is it includes all languages in the world?
Not all of them, because there's so many different dialects, but we're constantly building it out. So we're up to 180.
Okay, let's say that we put aside the dialects. Can it includes all the language? I mean, the main language of the countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
check.
But then in India, for example, there's like 10 different languages
Dialects.
and dialects, right?
Mm.
So we're kind of getting all of those as well.
Understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, which government agency in Malaysia that are using data miner? Is there any of it?
Not in Malaysia. No,
Not
we
yet.
haven't really opened up in Malaysia.
Any company try to approach you from Malaysia before this?
We are talking to several companies in Malaysia. Yes.
See.
So what happened? Is there any ongoing deal or
Yeah,
whatsoever
we're
with
having
them?
ongoing conversations. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So just
Yeah.
now you said we can crawl deep into dark web. You mean dark web? Is it same meaning as deep web?
Yeah. Deep
Yeah,
in
same meaning,
dark.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So what we do, so what happens is, right, when we bring in all of that different data, we have over 6,500 models that have been specifically designed to recognize threat and risk events in that data set. So those 6,500 models have, use a variety of different machine learning techniques.
Okay.
So that could be things like, recognizing different images, whether it's logos, whether it's, pictures of, one of the things that we're working on is executive protection. So, where it's not facial recognition, but it's image recognition. So where there's publicly available photos of different executives or diplomats or, politicians, we're training the models to recognize those pictures of them. But also things like, explosions, floods, car accidents. It's trained to recognize all of those different things.
So it is almost the same like face recognition, right?
But it's not facial recognition.
But it's not face recognition.
It's a different technology. It's a very different facial recognition and image recognition.
Is it different?
They're actually very different technologies. Yeah.
I see. Which one is more advanced in your opinion?
It depends on the application of it. We are not, and this is one of the things that is a very clear line for us as well. We don't allow for any tracking of individuals or identification of individuals. So if that's something, if that's something that you're looking to do, that's something that we don't do.
So that is one of the limitation from data miner, right?
Yeah, we're not getting into, there's other platforms like Fivecast and OSINT and a whole bunch of those that will track people, but we don't track people.
I see.
And that's because we have the data partnerships that we do, and if you think about all the social media partnerships that we have some very strict compliance rules in place around the utilization of our data and those data partnerships. So when a customer is when they're signing up to Dataminr, they must sign compliance with
GDPR, right?
Yeah, just around some of those usage as well, because we're very strict on, because if they used it to kind of like for people tracking or anything like that, we could lose access to those data partnerships.
Oh, so there are data regulation and public sector compliance in Malaysia between Malaysia and the system lah, right?
Yeah. So we also require, one of the things in terms of like our sales process as well, we need to have approvals in place to sell to different agencies. And that process does take some time. So there's a application, it needs to be signed off internally, that we can sell it to a particular agency. And then there's also, we need to get approvals from some of our data partners as well, just to make sure that they're okay with those agencies utilizing the data. So I'll just give you a hint, like if it starts to get murky when it's like authoritarian governments or like extremely oppressive governments. We won't sell into those markets.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, we kind of apply the full range of machine learning techniques in order to kind of identify any of those threats and risks. So we've been building this out for 15 years now, and everything as well is built in-house and is proprietary to Dataminr. So you were asking before about LLMs as well.
Yeah.
So that's the generative AI and regenerative AI. Plus we also have our agentic AI in beta as well. So we are a pure play AI company.
So it is pure AI. Can you differentiate between the data miner and traditional monitoring tools that is being used by other agencies?
Yeah.
Can you differentiate?
Yeah. So usually, like, that's a very manual process. Like what they're using today, like they might just get like an RSS feed, or they might subscribe to different sources, and then they have to do all of the sorting themselves. Whereas what Dataminr is doing is we're identifying the threats and risks on their behalf. So there's massive time saving in that, and therefore operational cost and operational efficiency gains as well as a result of using Dataminr. So there was a recent Forrester report. I think you should be able to I don't know if you've seen that on the website.
Which one?
The Forrester report.
Is this that you are showing right now is from the website?
No, let me just find it for you here. There was just are you familiar with Forrester?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Forrester do, like, they're analysts.
How to spell it?
So I'm going to drop it in the chat here.
Okay.
If you go to the chat box.
Forrester study risk.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is the what? Is it case study or what?
It's an analyst report.
Oh.
Analyst.
So Forrester like an analyst agency, and they do, like, they'll go out and they'll analyze like a bunch of different technologies, do like total economic investigations. They do like product comparisons, things like that. They're a very well credentialed, very well known analyst company.
I see. Okay.
Wait, to download this file, I have to sign in, right?
I think it's gated. Yes, you just have to put your details in.
Okay. A minute, right? A minute.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
So just now you were mentioning the Dataminr again get the data from the media social, Telegram and whatsoever. But is there any source that the data miner can obtain from other
Yes.
than media social? Can you give an example?
Yeah, so we can't get to anything encrypted.
Or anything encrypted, you cannot get it.
No,
I
it's
see.
only public. So what partners, what we do, let me just show you this as well. So the way that this is generally adopted is through integrations. So if you're wanting to blend proprietary data, so and this is a very very common use case for us as well. We have a range of different integration points. We've built out like a number of different APIs, plus we have a REST API as well. So but a lot, depending on the agency you're working with, we're starting to do a lot with Palantir as well. That might be one that you've heard of.
Cybertech.
Yeah, but then so this is all like on the physical side. So where we're talking about doing a lot of, you were talking about situational awareness and diplomatic security. We're doing a lot with Esri in that space.
Esri.
I don't know, do you know, are you familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a geospatial tool. And then also Genetec.
Genetec.
Yeah, is one of the other ones. So yeah, and then these are a bunch of like SIs. And then on the cyber side, there's a whole bunch that we've built out as well in terms of integrations. So depending on what type of proprietary data you're looking to combine it with. So it could be a range of different proprietary data. It will then depend on where you want to kind of land that. We're building out an integration with Snowflake at the moment as well.
I see. Understand. So from your explanation, we can filtering down the data obtained, right? I mean, for example, like when we want to focus on certain place, let's say Malaysia have 13 state, and in every state we have a lot of districts, but then we want let's say that we want to focus only on certain area, like for airports, bus station or subway station. Can we do that?
Yes, very much so. So all you need to do, let me just see if this is awake. All you need to do, sorry, give me a second. It's just going to make me log in.
All right.
So you can either look at things at a national level, or you can create a geofence, or you can input an address.
Put in address.
That means we can narrow down and filter the area.
Yeah.
Did you mean just now? Did you mean geofencing? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Geofence. Yeah, we can geofence a different specific area. So this is, sorry, just give this a second. This is like just a dashboard. This is like not set up properly for a demo or anything.
Okay.
But this is like your, based on what I've told the system that I want to look at. I was looking at China flagged ships around the Greater Asia area and monitoring for that activity in this example. But I'll show you here. here is where you would just here's where, so when we think about having all of that data that comes
I
in,
see.
I was talking about all the different kind of sources that come in. It gets identified for a certain type of threat or risk. Then it gets categorized into these different topic types. So if I wanted to look at conflicts around the region, I could, you know, just do all conflicts. Or if I just wanted to do, you know, we've got public health. Where's, oh, it was right there at the top. Or different weather. I know Malaysia is like Australia. You guys get all kinds of different weather activity as well. You've got all of those that you can select from as well. And I'll just show you here. So when we kind of talked about doing the area selection, so if you just type in here, you can go either at a continent level, at a region, country, state or province, county, borough. You can even do, like, remember before I was saying I was just looking at stuff happening on the ocean, or custom. This is where you can create like a custom box. But if we just go here, I want to look at Malaysia. Why isn't that?
Is it loading?
Hang on. Yeah, it's not. It won't run. Oh, here we go.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just taking a minute. Can you see here? It's kind of built it there, and then I could say, okay, I also want to do Indonesia, or not, and just remove it. Or if I wanted to look at a specific place within Malaysia, hang on, let me just move that up there. I can either type an address. Give me an address.
Just type in Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur.
Spell it for me. I've got a mental break. K-U. Yeah.
A-L-A.
A-L-A.
Space L-U-M. P-U-R.
You never been to Kuala Lumpur before?
I have. I just had a total mental blank.
Where's
that gone?
How can you forget about it?
I know. Sorry, dude. I know. So see how that's now gone to Kuala Lumpur there.
Okay.
And then I can tighten this up if I wanted to, like, drill further in. Sorry, this is me driving a mouse.
It is depend on the topic that you have chosen, right?
Oh no, well I haven't built anything yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So yeah, so that's a good point. Why don't we just do it? So I could also do, right, if I wanted to get, like you were saying, around a bus stop, right? I would put in the address of the bus stop and I would do a box around it, is how I would do that. But if I wanted to do like county, I could just select all of KL there. But what we'll do is I'll go back and I'll just select everything for the sake of this test. Yeah. And then priority. So what happens with the system is when the, you know, I talked about those 6,500 models, right? Part of what they're doing, so those models are doing the categorization, which gives us those different topic lists. But then it's also scoring the level of risk as well. So is this something of national significance? Is it just local? Or is it something of global significance? So a global significant event would be something like a mass shooting, like the one we had here in Australia a couple of months ago, right? Like that was a what we call a flash event. We'll just
flash
do
event.
all alert. What's that?
You mean flash event?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So flash being the highest level of criticality.
okay, so what you mean right now is all the data will be automatically optimized, is it? Optimized related to which one is the priority, which one is not. Is it
Yeah.
correct?
So, well, yeah. So, but it's just going to give you like the different levels of criticality.
Okay.
So, but like, what's the level of severity for them? Is it just a low level, or is it like a really high level? So, a really high level could be like a high level flash is going to be an 8.5 earthquake, as an
Okay.
example, but a low level alert is going to be a 3.2.
Oh, that one is low level.
So yeah, so and then we've got like in the middle, a middle range. So that, you know, a middle range would be like a level 5 as an example. So it's just different thresholds.
Kimber,
Just
does he know? Does data miner know the news is fake or just a rumors or is it a real news? How did he detect I
it's
mean
Information.
the information? How he filter the
Because
information?
you know, in Malaysia or might as well other countries, when something is in viral, right? There's always a misinformation that spread very fast.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's just a fake
So
yeah,
news
how
and
can we
rumors.
differentiate that?
yeah. That's a really good question. So what happens is the models are looking for corroborating sources of
Okay.
information relevant to the event. So you think about all of the different data sources we have streaming in. Those different data sources also have different weightings. So, for example, a police scanner or a police authority is going to have a much higher rating than someone with a picture of a dog on their Twitter profile.
I see.
Do you know what I mean? So
I
if
know.
it's something coming from a person with a Twitter profile of a dog, we're not going to alert on that until we can verify it from other sources, and until it hits like a threshold to say, actually, this is a real event. So the way that we, I'll give you a really good example of something that happened in the US a little while ago. There was somebody posted, I think it was to Twitter, somebody posted with a fake image of a bomb going off at the White House in the US. And what happened was, like, all of the different news outlets grabbed a hold of that and started going, this has happened. We didn't alert on it because we couldn't verify it. We were like, there's no other evidence to tell us that this is a real event.
Okay.
So we
So
didn't alert.
Understand.
so what did data miner do after that? Actually, how long in I just want to know how long it will it take to make sure that the case is legitimate true.
Can
The
you say that again?
I mean when something that that you is like I said just now, the viral might be misinformation, right? So
Yeah.
how long can data miner get the legitimate data to make sure that it is 100% true or not true?
It depends. It depends on the type of incident, right?
Okay.
And the type of information coming through on it. So let me use the Bondi shooting example as an example. We were able to very quickly alert on that because there were multiple social media sources, and then we got police scanner data as well from all of these different sources. So we were very, very quick. So if there's a lot of evidence very quickly, we'll be very, very quick. Sometimes within 90 seconds of something
90
happening.
second. Oh, okay.
That means you're comparing the news with the authority and the public news, right?
Yeah, so the news, so we actually have a news product. And then all like the journalists and newsrooms across the world use Dataminr because we beat them in finding information.
Okay, understand. Okay, what you show now is
Yeah.
how to deliver the notification, right? So I see that there is a pop-up notification.
I'll just give you another quote. So we work with NATO over in Europe, and they 99% of the first breaking piece of information that they get for an event comes from Dataminr.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, so that's from
99% or 99.9?
99%. 99% of their like breaking information and intelligence for any events come from Dataminr.
Okay.
And here, just depending on where you would land the information, here's where you like have the ability to kind of, determine where you want it as an output. There's a mobile application, there's the desktop application. That's the one that you're looking at now. It's used by some analysts on their desktop. It's used on watch floors. It's, if you were integrating it into another system, like we looked at those other integrations before, you would just have a link here with the API where it would push it into whatever system you were pushing it into. So then I just save that, and you can see that this is just Malaysia test. And then if I want to, let me go here. I want to select my Malaysia test list. I'll remove my Asia Maritime. And you can see this now building here. So this is everything just coming through from Malaysia at the moment. Like I remember I selected everything. So you're seeing like a fair amount of different information coming through. Yeah. But I'll also
can we click on
show
one of
you,
them? Oh, I see. Okay.
Kimber,
just, yeah.
excuse me. What is the small that shows the right side? Government, SEN. What is that? GOV is government. SEN.
Yeah,
stand
government.
LN
Where
stand
are
for
you
what?
seeing that? Sorry.
Under the
Nearby your
filters.
mouse. Under the filter column.
Under the.
There's a what we call that. In the middle of I think the right in
the
right
middle
in the
of the
middle.
screen.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
that one.
Sorry.
What is that?
I apologize. Okay.
It's okay.
That's a government source.
Okay.
That's a government source. That's sensor data.
Sensor.
That's local news. Sensor. Yeah. So that's an IoT.
Sensor referring to?
That's this one in particular is an IoT sensor.
Oh, okay. That you told before. Okay, I remember.
Yeah. Yes. So that's what they all symbolize. So it's basically telling you what is the source of that alert. What is the main source?
So the severity of alert, I mean the highest alert, which one? Can we see from this panel?
No, there's no flash alerts in here. These are all alerts at the moment. Let's go and quickly. Let me go and do this quickly. Let's create.
Okay.
I'm just going to do a select all. We're going to go flash alerts. I'm just going to turn this off and save. I could have those running together. I'll just, for the sake of this, to show you. These are all our flash alerts. So this is the highest level of criticality. So you
the
can
three
see
red
here
dot, right?
in this one here. Yeah, so that's like those little red dots there.
Yeah.
And then let me. No. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, so when I open this up, you can see, yeah, you're right. You've got like the 3 dots over there, which signifies like that's your. So see here, you've only got 1 dot, and it's alert, because that's the low level ones. And here there's 3 dots, and then urgent. I could go and build another list and show you urgent. Urgent's got the 2 dots.
Okay.
So with your region, so this is the LLMs providing like what we call the live brief.
Live brief. So live brief, you mean a real-time brief, right?
The live brief will dynamically, yeah. So what will happen is, as new information comes through from all of those sources that we have, this will dynamically update and contextualize what's happening.
Understood.
And then you can see here, it's kind of just the alert summary. This one's come from Telegram. It also gives, so this is always like, you know, you can see here I talked about the translation. So this was originally posted Pashto, so you can see there, that's the original language that it was posted in.
This one was from Telegram, is it?
This is from Telegram, yeah.
Okay.
It's also giving you the different event locations as well. So it gives you a lat long. So when we're talking about doing that hyper alerting, that's how it will identify the kind of location. The Intel agent, so as you can see, this is currently in beta. So this will be launched pretty soon. The Intel agents, what they're doing is they're looking, so Dataminr has a 15-year historical record of all of these threat and risk events. So our agents are looking at that historical record, plus anything out on the open ecosystem to pull together as much intelligence as they can around this particular incident and event. So it's giving you things like, what is the primary cause? So in this instance, it was a suicide bomber with driving a vehicle that detonated. The start date, like when we first detected it, the location, the status, like is it ongoing or has it resolved? This one looks like it has resolved. Property damage, so it's also giving here that the security checkpoint is partially collapsed. Nearby house roof collapse resulting in a fatality. What weapons we identified in this? What were the weapons that were used? What were the casualties? And then it's giving you like location context. So if you go back to that diplomatic security use case as well, so where you have different embassies all around the world, this becomes really important for any analyst kind of looking at this, getting kind of context on the location if they don't have that information natively, because, you know, most countries operate you know, embassies in like over 100 countries, right? So then it's getting things like past occurrences. So again, this is where the Intel agents are interrogating the Dataminr historical information and database. What's happened around there? What's the current geopolitical landscape as well? So giving that geopolitical context. Event corroboration. So before, you know, we were talking before about like, you were asking specifically about like misinformation, and I was talking about how it kind of looks across all the different sources and corroborates it. So you can see here we've got we've collected 4 different images, 3 videos from 18 sources across blogs, Eyewitness, Local News, and Reporter as well. And then here we have our discovered entities. So again, all like, you know, where you might want more information on a particular location, you know, what is Mamund, for example? You know, it's the Pashtun clan, which is part of like just giving you all of that additional detail that analysts would have to go and collect otherwise.
Yes.
What do you mean by Mamun? Is it referring this information come from Mamun or what?
So yeah, so what it's identified in the actual event that it was in the area of Mamund here in the event location.
Oh, I see.
So what it's doing, what it's doing is saying, okay, so for all of these, we've got all these different entities, right? We've talked about Bajor district in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province in Pakistan. So what it's doing here is going, if you go, well, I don't know what's Bajor agency as an example here, I can then go and go, okay, now I know what that is.
So basically, it summarizes all the data information that which is obtained from the events, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is also, so this here though, that's not summarizing it from the events. That's pulling from other external sources. So it could be data from that country's actual website, as an example. You know, like there's a range of different places that will pull from. So what would happen today is you know, you asked before about how companies kind of operate today. An analyst would have all of these separate feeds from all of these different sources, and then they would have to go out and do all the research to compile all of this information. So when I talked about the operational efficiency, this is what I mean, right? Like it's saving literal hours, days, weeks.
Okay, Kimber, from the from the flash update that we can see here, can data miner conclude all this information and then give some give some summary? What is impact to Malaysia government? Can it do that? I mean, from
So
all the source of
that's on our roadmap. But that's not available today, but that's what's coming in our next couple of horizons. So we're calling it client tailored. And this is where it would have to be integrated into another system, right? That would then contain that proprietary information, which would determine what's the risk exposure for the government based on the event. But that would all happen. Yeah, so that's all coming.
I see. Around when? This year? Next year?
We're targeting this year.
Oh, this year. Okay, it's good to hear. That is the most important things. Okay.
Yeah, well, at the moment today, that has to be done manually. That's a very manual process today for anyone, any organization.
Okay, Kimber. Let's say that right now you are the one who reviewing the events. Okay. So is there any audit trail or activity log for that, so that we can see whoever reviewing the events and briefs?
So you can save them here in your you can save different alerts and then share them as well, so you can keep them for audit. So
what do you mean by keep from audit?
So what you would do is you would go and you would save the alerts. Sorry, give me a second. Let it load for a sec. See the save alert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You would call it, let's call it Malaysia test here. And now I've saved that.
Okay. After that.
And so now I have that saved. So if I want to go and do an audit, I would come in here and I would be able to go and see, well, which were, like, you would obviously have more than one during an incident, but this is where you would kind of save them to. You can also share them as well.
Oh.
And then anybody who's in my group, like, so it has to be the same group, I would be able to then share it with them.
So the date modified and also the created by are the only activity log that we have?
As far as I'm aware, I would, if you wanted to get into deeper detail, that would take one of the SEs. I'm not an SE.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Kimber. Can it generate? Example. After we filtering all the events and then we select what is the highest priority, and then can it generate? Sort of 1 page, 2 page executive summary, so we can submit to our top level management to review, maybe by day or what? Can it generate?
Yeah. So
Like
we
sort
don't.
of.
So what most organizations do is they take this, see this copy button here?
They paste it down.
They copy these.
Okay.
Copy source. Okay.
They copy those. Yeah. So you can copy all of it. And then you would go and put it into your own kind of sit rep or report. We don't write the actual reports. Like, you still need, you would still have an analyst that would still do that component.
Yeah. Still need a human look lah.
Yeah. And I don't know anybody that wants to outsource all of this to an AI, right? Like, it's, especially when you're dealing with, like, you still need that human oversight. All we're trying to do is we're trying to make the humans faster and better. That's what we're trying to do, not replace them.
Okay, Kimber. Example, Kimber. Is this that AI will be biased by like sentiment? Like US will say Islamic shooter is terrorist, but American shooter is not terrorist. How this AI summarize the keyword? It is biased
That's
to.
a very good question. Yeah, that's a really good question. And we work really hard not to have that kind of bias in the platform. So our models have been trained by domain experts, and we still have, they're called the HALO team. It's the Human AI Learning Operations. And each of those domain experts are an expert in their relevant field. So we have people who are experts in, defense, in Middle Eastern politics, in Eastern European politics, in, every domain that you can imagine. And we've worked really hard to ensure that the models have learnt from human experts, and we've taken steps to ensure that a terrorist is a terrorist. It doesn't matter if it's a terrorist in Australia or if it's a terrorist in Indonesia. Like, we're still going to call it a terrorist if it fits that profile. Yeah.
Should be like that. Okay.
Okay. One more thing. What? I'm sorry if this is a sensitive question, but we still want to know what happened if there is anything happen to US I don't know, maybe economical or political crisis. What will happen to us, to the program or system?
I mean, Kimber, like before, I think one of the platform related to Donald Trump. So I think you know about that story. So once Donald Trump's have a issue, and then the company also they close the company. Are you
Yeah,
related to
okay.
political? This data miner related to political interest or whatsoever that we don't know?
No, we are a privately owned, independent. We're not government funded. We have government clients, but that is the extent of our engagement with the US government. Yeah, we're not, beholden to their, to Donald Trump going, nobody's allowed to use data miner anymore. Like that's
Okay.
Good to hear that.
yeah, like I said, NATO are still using us, and NATO are expanding our partnership right now. So if that's anything to go by, given how Donald Trump has been treating NATO, I think we're okay.
Understand. Okay, how about your SLA when you're providing this platform?
So we have 90% uptime. So
Okay.
that's one of the SLAs that we provide. Nothing, nobody's ever going to claim 100%, right? Not even,
Yes.
AWS or Microsoft, like nobody can guarantee 100%. We do run on AWS though. AWS is
AWS.
our back-end infrastructure that we use.
So this platform don't have on-premise, right? It's all on cloud.
It's all on cloud, yeah. So to get it on-prem, you would take it using the API. So that's where it goes, like using the API. So what happens is it gets, so we work with a lot of air-gapped environments as well. So it would get like pushed to a location, and then it would be picked up from that location. So we would touch, yeah, that's typically how other customers use it in those environments.
I see. So they're using air gap environment, right? Are you talking about air gap
What's that?
network? Are you talking about air gap
Yeah,
environment?
So in an air-gapped environment, what happens is they will take the data miner, like data miner's API will push the information to a different location that's a secure location that data miner has permission, and then it's disconnected, and then that then it will be picked up by the system in the air-gapped environment from that other location. That does give it like.
If that's so, it will be. How about the real-time information? If they do that kind of method, you mean, right? Can they get the real-time information from you if they do? If they use the method by
Depends on
using
their
API?
appetite. Like if they're happy to use it like real time, then that's absolutely fine by us. But where they don't want to have any connection to an outside SaaS system, they would just pass it over. Like, so it's an extra step. So that leads to it could be like a minute delay.
A minute
And that's
delay.
really up to you.
So if they use your,
it's really up to how they.
I
Sorry.
see. So if they use API, how about their platform? Are they develop their own platform, or the API just connect to their own system, or what? They're not using your data miner platform, right? Like you show us right now.
Yeah, so they'll use the data miner platform and set up the feeds.
Okay.
And then what they'll do is here, we'll just have a look here. When you get to this point here, delivery, Instead of having delivery in the data miner platform, there's another, I don't have it turned on in my account. There's another button that would have the API, and they would just push it to the API. And so we've got all of the pre-built APIs. So go back here. So we've got all of these APIs built out here and here, here. And like I said, we're building out for Snowflake at the moment. So it really depends on what system they're running, like how they would want to ingest it. Like that depends on what their systems look like. That's what, yeah, like and every customer is different as well. So I can't give you a
So just normal use, user can directly access to the data miner platform through web browser, right?
Yep. So you still have, like, you know, a lot of users would just stay here in this environment, but if you wanted to start blending it with proprietary data, or, you know, if you wanted to visualize it in something like Esri, there's a native Esri connector that you would push it into. So yeah, it just depends on where you want to land that data.
Understand. Okay. Okay, Kimber, how about can we get a government actually, if we introduce something new platform, we have do some proof of concept. Did data miner offer a demo or POC for a certain period of time so the user can feel the experience?
Yeah, so we would need paperwork in place, and have to have kind of agreed terms. It would, yeah, if they just want to have a look at the data, we can provide synthetic data under an NDA. So it just depends on what they would want to do, but we would at that point we would have to know which agency it was, and the agency would also have to be pre-approved as well.
What kind of document, what kind of proof you need from us if we want to do the demo or sort of POC?
Yeah, so we would, like, you would have to sign like a demo agreement. It depends on like what is the POC that you want to do as well. Like, are you doing an integrated one? Is it the customer doing the POC? Like, what are you looking to do?
Is it us that sign the agreement or the end user sign the agreement? The government side,
It
or
depends, like, who's going to do the POC?
Okay, understand.
Well, okay. So maybe for this part, we can discuss through emails. Can we? Regarding the POC?
Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
like I said, we would have to have like the end customer disclosed, and we would have to get yeah. And we deal with sensitive agencies all the time. It's a process we're very used to.
So how can we secure this deal so there's no other companies dealing with the same end user? How we can work together?
Well, we don't offer exclusivity. We let customers decide who they want to buy from. So if the customer wanted to buy from you, we would support that. But if they wanted to buy from another partner, we need to support that as well. We don't, unfortunately, we don't offer exclusivity.
How about the pricing structure? Is there any roughly that we can referring if we focus on these two areas?
So it again, and sorry to be, I know this might sound a bit like it would depend on how they're going to utilize it and consume it. Is it just for analysts? Would it be just a couple of analysts utilizing it, or would it be in a watch center? Would it be integrated? It really depends on what they would be looking for the setup. So the pricing kind of works on that basis of what does the consumer base look like, how many licenses, how many consumers, how many integrations. So yeah, we would need more detail around that before we could scope something out.
Do you mean one license per one user, right? Or the license
we don't sell just for one user.
So example, is it one license for the features that they want, or that license referring to per user, or what?
So yeah, so one license is per user unless it's a watch floor, and then the watch floor license is for multiple users. So again, it just depends on, is it going to be teams of analysts using their own license, or is it going to be on a watch floor, or is it going to be integrated? It just depends on what that consumption model looks like.
Okay.
So actually, how can we decide on that? Because we ourselves don't know, not really sure which one to use, which one is not necessary for us. So can you give an example of how the costing works? You give one example, and how much?
So typically your basic cost for an agency when they're doing like an initial deployment is about $100,000 US.
That one is for one license.
We don't sell per license.
Okay.
So that would be about, that's your pretty basic cost of like a new agency that was looking to adopt it. It would be around $100,000, and the configuration would be based on how they were adopting it. But that's typically like your initial cost is where we find most customers start off.
Initial cost is 100.
How the charging structure, is it per year or per or certain contract period the user must sign?
Subscription
Based, or
so it's an annual subscription.
annual subscription.
And so we do offer 2 and 3 year subscriptions as well.
I see. Minimum? There is minimum subscription? 1 year?
1 year.
12 months. Yeah. Farhan knows.
Okay. Okay, Farhan, any
so I
question,
think
Farhan?
my internet connection.
Yeah, your internet.
Yeah, sorry, my internet's
kind
really
of
bad.
lagging.
Sometimes I can't hear your voice. Okay, Farhan.
Yeah, sorry. I'll just turn my camera off because that might help a little bit as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, for my part, I think that should be enough. Maybe one more thing. If you are lucky enough, can we have the one that you showed us just now, the presentation?
We would have to have an NDA in place. Yeah, you can't share any assets. This is why you can't find much on the open ecosystem, because we don't hand out a lot of it, unfortunately, just by nature of our business.
Understand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because we are having a quite hard time presenting this to our end users. But then if there is any more information regarding data miner, we would be glad to have it.
Yeah, so
because through the websites, I think there's not so much information that we can get.
We need something to
we need
show
something, yes.
our client.
So there's the solution sheets on the website. Have you
Solution
seen those?
That one sheet I think on
So
there's
if you
on
go
the
to here, hang on, let me share my screen again.
Okay.
okay.
So if you go to this
Mm-mm.
section,
Mm-mm.
there's solution sheet here. Oh, there's the report as well. There's a solution sheet here as well, and solution sheet here, and there's another one as well. So there's quite a few. There's quite a few in there.
Solutions. Oh, I see.
See those buttons? And they're not gated. So I don't think you don't have to put your details in for those.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think this should be enough for.
Yeah. And there's some videos in here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that was going to play.
Actually, what is the meaning by the request a demo in the website?
Yeah, that's just the inquiry form.
Just inquiry.
We already done that, but we can't get the demo.
That's how you're talking to me. I just gave you a demo.
That is the live view demo, not the demo that we can use and feel the user
Yeah,
interface.
like I said, we do not hand those things out like lollies. Like I said, we need to have paperwork in place. Like it's
Okay, maybe we can work on
you
that.
can imagine because of the like I said, like you have sensitivities around your customers that we understand and we deal with those customers, which is why we have sensitivity around our data as well. So hopefully you understand.
Understood.
Okay, understood.
Okay, Farhan, any question?
I think that's all for me.
After this, we can contact through email. Is that okay, Kimber?
Yeah, no worries. No worries at all.
Actually, who is Pat? Mr. Pat?
Pat's a SDR.
Oh, he based on? He based in US.
He's based in the US. So he takes the inquiries and then he finds the right people to take the inquiries. Yeah.
So you are in Japan or Australia?
I'm in Australia.
Oh, but you are from but you are the regional director, channel and alliance for Asia Pacific and Japan, right?
Yep. Yeah, I cover the whole region.
Oh, okay.
Okay, understand. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay,
think
Farhan.
that's all for me.
I think that's all from us. Thanks a lot, Kimber. Maybe
No problem.
we can connect after this through email, and if we need anything, we can provide the information through email. Maybe we can get the information from the end user first.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thanks a
guys.
lot, Kimber.
Bye.
Alright.
Thanks.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Platform dia memang bagus lah. Platform dia memang bagus, sangat bagus lah. Dan apa yang kita nak tu memang ada yang tak ada, ada yang dah ada, ada yang tak ada lagi, ada yang dalam pipeline dia. Produk dia tu memang memudahkan kerja lah, tapi nasib baik tanya dia dulu. Sebab contoh macam
Sebab ChatGPT tasir salah tu lah. ChatGPT pun tak ada information penuh pasal dia kan. Tapi ChatGPT suruh tanya lah, dia boleh buat executive summary ke tak, apa impact dia. Contohnya kalau kita kita dah select apa insiden, dia punya benda tu memang smart gila lah. Dia sampai boleh dark web, deep web, lepas tu berita-berita dalam Telegram, lepas tu dia boleh buat comparison, lepas tu dia tahu berita tu apa yang ada tu, first comparison dia buat dengan authority dulu, matching ke tak, ataupun benda ni sekadar rumours ke apa ke. Yang tu memang dia dah tackle lah. Cuma nak generate executive report apa semua, dia tak sampai lagi level tu. Dia kata benda-benda tu, dia kata you all mesti ada team analysis sendiri kan. Memang betul lah kan, sebab dia kena ada human in the loop. Kalau tak nanti report tu jadi ni kan. Betul, orang tanya dia benda ni ada bias ke tak kan. Abang bagi contoh macam teroris. US kata kalau killer tu from Arab country, dia call teroris. But kalau US yang shooter tu from US, dia orang tak panggil teroris. Tu dia katalah dia orang memang latih AI dia orang supaya istilah-istilah ni diguna dengan cara yang betul apa semua, sebab dia orang US kan. Lepas tu abang tanya.
So dia orang sendiri cakap macam tu.
Dia bergelak tadi, dia pula I understand ini. Lepas tu Mamat suruh tanya, sebab Mamat dulu pernah buat job-job macam ni jugalah dengan company overseas. Company tu dia relate dengan US government tau, masa zaman Trump. So bila US jatuh, dengan company tu dia ada skandal dengan company tu melingkup. Dia kata bayangkan klien dah bayar duit apa semua, tiba-tiba platform tu tak boleh guna. So dia orang kata tadi dia orang independent apa semua. Lepas tu dia kata kalau nak senang faham macam ni lah, klien paling besar kami adalah NATO. US Donald Trump tak suka NATO, so kami tak bergantung dengan Donald Trump, dia kata.
Yelah, tapi NATO tu apa-apa.
Yelah, dia macam boneka je. Cumanya dia nak cakap kata dia tak ada hubungan yang direct lah kan. Lepas tu abang tanya dia boleh buat impact analysis tak kan. Kalau kita select information tu, kita suruh dia buat apa impact dia pada Malaysia dalam keadaan risk dia sekarang, dia kata. Yang tu kena ada human loop lah kan. Tapi dia kata benda tu memang dalam perjalanan, dalam pipeline dia orang akan buat lah something like sort of executive summary, tapi still kena manusia semak balik apa semua kan. Cumanya dari segi pricing dia pun sangat complicated. Dia macam nak kena tahu dulu user ni nak guna macam mana, apa semua, platform tu macam mana. Dia kata base price, dia base price, contohlah base price per license untuk satu team 10 orang, base price 100k US dollar per year. Lepas tu depend macam mana kita nak custom pula benda tu kan. So kita kena go through dengan dia orang lagi lah. Sebenarnya kena sembang dengan klien nak apa semua kan. So kita tanya apa semua. So daripada situ barulah kita dapat ni lah price. Lepas tu apa lagi dia boleh select sentiment by location. Itu bagus lah benda-benda tu. Lepas tu yang lain tu banyak kena, itulah nak minta POC pun. Kalau nak minta POC pun dia akan buat synthetic information je. Synthetic tu maksudnya kita tak dapat real time lah. Dia bagi kita platform data miner, tapi bila kita search tu kita dapat synthetic information, bukan information yang real time.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Hello.